Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel where we give you movie and series reviews. Now, guys, in the name of love, we are in February. We are back with another romantic movie. This movie it is a South African movie and it was released on Netflix on Friday. I think you can already guess the name of the movie. Of course, it is our famous Umjolo series. This one is called Umjolo. There is no cure. Now, guys, I just want to give you a brief review of the movie, and then I'm just gonna tell you my thoughts about the movie. The movie, surprisingly, it is set up as a lesbian kind of movie. I think that was just more interesting to see for me, honestly. So we have Togo, which is our main character. She is a former Miss South Africa. It seems like her career just hit rock bottom, and baby girl is trying to get back up. And she did an interview that definitely did not go well, as she ended up just bashing the other co-worker or colleague that she worked with in beauty pageant. Then we have Nana. Nana is an author. She writes romantic novels. She's famous for her romantic novels. And we still have Ubuhle. Buhle happens to be Togo's manager who's trying to get her career back up. So therefore, Togo comes up with a brilliant idea that she wants to write her own novel, but of course she's not a writer, so therefore she needs to find a writer. It's more like a biography, if someone are interested in the former Miss South Africa, her life, her upbringing, and all those good things. So this means that she must now meet Nana. Nana, she is socially awkward. She does not want to go out. She just prefers to be behind her laptop writing movie novels. I mean, writing novels. So she's very much social awkward. She's very much not antisocial. She's not outgoing. She doesn't want to be around people like that. She have social panics attack and all that. So when Atoko got the idea that she wants to write this book of hers. She then decided that she will go to Nana's book opening launch. Guess what? Nana didn't show up. Well, else she did show up, but she just could not go out and meet people. So Togo and Nana kind of met in the bathroom, and they had that moment in the bathroom where Togo kind of Nana kind of confide in Togo that she have social anxiety, she just cannot socialize. So my thoughts about the movie was great. The movie was wonderful. It's not what I expected, when I expected to see romantic movies, I just really kind of expected opposite genders attract. Really, really took me by storm, took me by surprise. It's definitely not what I expected, yet it was good, it was lovely. And I just encourage everyone to watch this movie in the spirit of love. I feel like people should just go ahead and watch the movie. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it to Lychee here, who wants to add something.
Yeah, I will just maybe just add few words and then Andy you'll take it away again. For me, I really enjoyed the movie, guys. I think that nowadays movies, they are really stepping into this mental wellness of people. They are really getting into deep dive of what people are really going through, because as we see here on Nana, the way that she's always sitting alone and being alone, it kind of resonate with many people that are always alone and can't find love. And also because nowadays people don't really meet that much, people prefer using phones and stuff like that. We see her having insecurities, guys, not being able to communicate to the audience about a book, even lying on her name, guys. It resonates with many people that just don't want to come off their shells. And I feel like because of social media and stuff, I think that many people will resonate with that. And I feel like it is what Netflix is trying to do, to really get into the mind of us so that we can always be glued into watching these movies, which is pretty much nice because people want something that they can really resonate with. We also see the way that Utoko, being the person who has Miss South Africa, we always have this stigma, guys, of saying that once you are a so-called big figure, or maybe someone in political area, someone who's a celebrity, someone in football, we always think of them that they deserve these big things, and which was what Nana at first she thought about. And on Tokone's side, she's longing for someone who's down to earth, someone who's very private, someone who's just not out there, who's always like all over. So they kind of make a perfect match, which is what people really should try their best not to judge. Which it feel like when we saw Utoko dating the other girl, I forgot her name. What was her name? Cindy. We saw that Cindy was a person who was out there, who was in social media and stuff. And Utoko really didn't like that. She didn't like to be all over her life being exposed like that. She really didn't like it. But even though it was kind of a job and she had to do that for her brand, she really didn't like that. And I feel like for me, it's something that people really, really long for. Everybody, if you kind of work indoors, you kind of long for being outdoors, which is why many people go out for hiking and do stuff like that. So, if you work outdoors, you kind of, after the long day, you kind of want to just be indoor and not want to be bothered, which is why people, I feel like opposite attract for me. I feel like opposite attract. But for Unana, we also get to see that she tried dating and tried dating, and no one was really being someone that she really liked. She was finding it terrible. And I think I will also get back to also having another last review on this. I'll just give it to Andy, just maybe to wrap up on her side.
Yes, yes. So, this movie was something that I really enjoyed, as my partner just mentioned that, it taps into today's world. We see people who are very much active on social media, and we see others really just socially awkward and really not wanting to get you know, into the world, the social media world, and just being reserved about themselves. So yeah, that's one thing that stand out, and that was my biggest thought. That's exactly what I thought about this movie when I saw it. Exactly that, some people really they do enjoy and feast on social media, and sometimes social media is really not what we see, as we also saw that Togo and Cindy's relationship was more based on social media aspects and not in reality. In reality, they were not happy. My emotional response to this movie is exactly what I've just mentioned, that people just really, act for social media, and think that social media is what makes the world to go around. The movie made me feel, my feelings about the movie. Honestly, it's made me feel good. It's made me feel good. I'm not gonna lie, especially because the biggest 10 of the movie, it's something that I did not expect, when Togo kind of fell in love with Cindy, and Cindy was more about, I think the relationship was more about getting the bag, let's get the bag, because they were influencers now, brands were approaching them, and all that. So my feelings about this movie was, not everything is as it seems. Definitely not everything was as it seems. The characters that stood out for me was Nana. I think I can a bit resonate with Nana, uh, I wouldn't say I'm socially awkward, but I think I am at some point, I really don't like being out there like that. So, yeah, the one character that truly stood out for me and that I connected with was Nana. It was great watching Nana. The theme of the movie is love. Love at first sight, Kesana. One thing that though I didn't get is when did Nana realized that she's into girls, because we've seen her being on some few dates with boys, and it was just kind of confusing, this thing of being in between. Well, you don't know whether you like this team or you like the other team. It's a bit confusing. And I think with Togo, she was just straight up into girls. Those are people that she would flirt with, would be girls. She was just so much straightforward about the fact that she's into girls. What else? Unana was a bit confusing. And she did say that she was never dated before, which I think I understand where the confusion came from. It came from the fact that she's new into the dating game. She doesn't really know what she like. Does she like boys? Does she like girls? I think she have an idea that she would love to be with a girl, but she was just like, and you know how parents are. They gonna start telling you that you're getting old, you need to get married, start your own family, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what Nana also felt. Maybe I would say that the pressure that it gave her to go out on dates with men as well, what else she knew deep down that she was into girls, but they never really touched based on that story. Nana had a friend who was Sizwe. She never really go to Sizwe and talk about really does she feel confused between girls and boys, so they didn't touch based on that story.
So, which bring me to another question that I wanted to ask you. That do you feel like maybe there are some points that they sort of missed to talk about on the movie?
Yes, yes, I do. I do feel like maybe there was supposed to be a storyline between Unana, maybe explaining to us, does she feel confused? Does she really, is she sure if she's into girls or boys?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Unana, there was a point when she was crying. How would you sum up that point where you are crying, but you don't tell your partner that or you don't tell the person that you are crying about how you truly feel? Do you think that it's fair for you to just cry? Let's say, for instance, you love someone and then you don't tell them, but you are crying that they are kissing someone else. How do you feel about that? Is it worth it to even cry for? Or do you feel like she should have just not cry about it and just go and tell her and cry maybe after she was rejected?
Nah, no. I think maybe from your perspective, you're looking at the fact that you're a man and men chase. Women we wanna be chased. So I understand her crying because sometimes as a woman you just assume that we're in the same page, and then when we are not in the same page, it's kinda gonna hurt you and you will cry about it.
I guess it's kind of confusing. I hear your point, and I really take it because, as you said, men chase, but here we are dealing with lesbians, which it's kind of tricky. I'm sure that there are a lot of people living that want to date someone that just end up not dating them because you are also a woman, but you want to date another woman and never get to have the courage to really pop the question or tell them how you really feel, which is the bottom of what has happened on this movie, guys. I don't know, would you recommend this movie to maybe other people for them to watch it, or do you feel like it doesn't reach the level that you expected?
No, the movie definitely will reach the level that I have expected. It does. I would recommend it to anyone, honestly, and it does not discriminate against any gender. Anyone can watch and enjoy this movie. It's a very, very, very lovely movie. I've loved it. And it's it's friendly even to youngsters under 18s, because there's not too much activities that you wouldn't want and under 18s to watch. So of course I would recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, even for me, I feel like it's a nice movie. I don't really normally recommend movies that are that boring. I did said on the last Umjolo that it wasn't that great, but this one I feel like they really twisted the script. They made it more nice. It's not just a guy who's just on a spree of. Sleeping around and all those things. It's a script that really resonate with people that are being for real, that are dating one person and then also having the feelings of another. I feel like the script of guys just sleeping around, it's just something that for me it's overrated, and it's something that portray men as if they're just these animals that are just sleeping around. So it's a very nice, guys. I compare it with Adam Jolos. I just don't have the list with them because I did made reviews of them. So if you want to check out those reviews, you can have a look at the reviews before watching the Adam Jolos if you haven't watched them. At the end of the day, I think that we have had enough of Umjolo. I don't know, Andy, how you feel about that, but for me, I feel like I've had enough of Umjolo movies. I feel like we can go to something else, guys. I feel like as South Africans, please Netflix, let's get something else different.
I definitely agree. It was nice at first. The second one was nice, the third, but now there are just way too many Mucholo. It was lovely. It was a lovely a series of Umcholo, but now we have definitely had enough. And I hope, I pray that definitely this was the last Mucholo. But the movie itself, it was great. The movie
Yeah, it
itself.
was nice. Sorry, just to step in, it was really nice. Just also to wrap up that also the director really did a fantastic job also portraying Deben the way that he did. It was very, very beautiful, guys. I just had to say that before closing off. I think that's it from my side, Andy.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's mostly it. The movie I would rate it a good 8/10. It was a very nice movie. Like I said, I connected with some characters. I loved it. The movie was, anyone can watch it. Anyone. And if you want to know the reason why you would watch this movie, because we're in February, babe, we're still in the month of love. Get some romance. But yeah, the movie is giving exactly those kind of romance feelings that we should be getting in February. um the movie, honestly, it fits in on today's world as well, because we are living in the world of social media, the world where it's fast paced and all that. So yeah, I would just say that I loved the movie. I loved the fact that the setup of the movie, it fits perfectly in today's world as well, the world that we're living in of social media. So anyway guys, I think this definitely does bring us to the end of the video. Please don't forget to again check it out on Netflix. Like we said, this is a wonderful romance movie, in the name of love. So yeah, we will definitely see you on the next one, when of course we are bringing you more movie reviews. So then please stay blessed.